Good morning and welcome to a new market update in which we're going to cover Bitcoin and Ethereum as those are still trending south. Yes, some coins are moving up, but Bitcoin and Ethereum are both still seeking for support as the overall uncertainty about the increasing yields is reflected in the charts or reflected in the markets, as also the equity markets are dropping a little yesterday as we are chopping around nicely. So we're going to cover that with Bitcoin and Ethereum in this small update. But before we're going to continue, do not forget to subscribe beneath, like this YouTube update, and check out my Twitter and Instagram where you can find daily content on the markets. And don't forget that you can follow my trades and other trade IDs in the platform that we have created, which is 8global.com, also in the description beneath. When we're looking at the price action of Bitcoin and Ethereum, we have seen that beautiful rejection at 44.6. And in the past days, we have described two scenarios on how we're going to bottom out. That is something we're going to discuss in this update again, and we're going to look at the sudden bounce yesterday and the sudden rejection as well, as we have done that on a crucial level. So let's move towards the charts and let's discuss them and let's see what we can bring for the markets today and the coming days. So when we're looking at the price action, we have already claimed or stated a few important levels for Bitcoin to watch, right? So we stated that we are actually moving ourselves inside a range, a sideways range, in which the support level is the area around 40.6, as we can see all those bounces here. And the actual resistance is the zone around 43.5 that we have rejected on. We can also still conclude that in that structure we've had a fake out above the actual resistance, dropped beneath, started to bounce back up, rejected at 43.5 and started moving south. So in that case, two scenarios are very simple to understand here. How to bottom out? Well, the first one is we reclaim this 42.4k level, which we discussed yesterday, and then we started moving sideways and see a retest happening at 46. The other scenario that we've got is that we're nuking south and that we're retesting the support levels, the lower bounds of this range, and that we're going to look at a liquidity test there, but then we can also conclude that we are making a bullish divergence ourselves. It starts to look like a bottoming structure. I've seen this happening multiple times in this manner, in which we're going to make that test and we're going to create ourselves that bullish divergence in which we start reversing or bouncing back up. So the primarily scenario is still a corrective notion all the way back towards this green zone, in which that is the ultimate test where the buyers are stepping in. If they are, we should be getting a swift bounce back up, and then we are confirming that with that bullish divergence, and we're confirming that with a higher low afterwards. So then the lower time frames are switching the trend, and then we can start continuing the upwards momentum, or at least reversing this downwards trend towards an upwards momentum towards 46k. And that bullish divergence is an important one. So that is the crucial scenario that I'm looking at. In this case, we've had a beautiful bounce yesterday. We've stated that we might be bouncing on this level at 41.7, was just a minimal support. The actual support is lying at 40.6 and 41.3, and we can see that we bounced from there towards 42.4. But I stated before already, if we want to reverse the trend, I want 42.4 to be reclaimed, and then we can start moving sideways, or then we can start looking at higher levels. And in this case, 42.4 didn't reclaim. We actually rejected there and nuked all the way back towards the lower levels of support. And in that way, I think the ultimate scenario becomes that we're going to test the lower boundaries here around 40k as a test. So that is what I'm looking at with Bitcoin at this stage. It's very simple. The trend is still downwards, and I think that we're still at higher time frame support levels. So the crucial resistance at 46 still stands, and the crucial support between 37.8 to 40 also still stands, and anything in between is just some sideways action on the price action and just chopperinos, which is not really that much special to look at. Ethereum is the same case, right? We have been covering it here, and we stated that if Bitcoin is going to correct even more, we are going to lose that level at 32, and then we most likely are going to test ourselves at 3k. We had a beautiful bounce, we rejected here, and we started trending south, in which the support level is at 3k, but the similar higher time frame support that I personally am looking at is that entire zone that we've got here between 2.8 to 2.9, and given the fact that the RSI became quite deep here, we are also seeking ourselves for a bullish divergence here in the coming days to be made, and then we can start looking at upwards targets instead of this downtrend that is constantly continuing on the price action. I hope you have enjoyed this small update. I'll be back later today with a longer update. Don't forget to subscribe beneath, and I'll see you again soon.